Fentanyl has been a scourge in cities and towns across America. 107,000 Americans died last year of drug overdoses. The vast majority of those people died from fentanyl overdoses. That leads us to our next question. Felicia is an addiction counselor. She lost her son 10 years ago to addiction. Felicia, hi, what's your question tonight?
We are losing the war on drugs. What policies or ideas do you have that would change that? What's your platform on substance use and overdose? We need help desperately.
Yeah, and I have my own history of addiction. So I was an addict for 14 years, between starting one after my dad died till I was 28 years old, I'm very active in recovery. I go to probably 9 meetings a week, and I spend a lot of my time thinking about it and seeing what works. And I take many people over my 40 years working these programs. I've taken hundreds and hundreds of people into different forms of recovery. And I have a very good idea of what works and a vision for what we need to do in this country. And we need to make addiction treatment easy, simple, cheap. A lot of the industry has devolved because of a variety of factors into almost a predatory industry, a lot of the addiction treatment industry. And I've seen how it works in other countries. I've seen this beautiful model that they have in Italy called San Patrignano, where there are 2,000 kids who work on a large farm in a healing center, and they grow.
It's a beautiful model.
It's good, and that's what we need to build here. And what I would do as president is I would decriminalize marijuana. I will make safe banking laws for people who are selling it, but I will tax it federally, and I will use that money to build these healing centers in rural areas, depressed rural areas all over the country, where kids can grow organic food and eat good, eat well, heal themselves spiritually, physically, and emotionally. And not only for fentanyl, but also for the many kids who are now stuck on SSRIs and are suffering other forms of depression. We need to start healing our country. Our country, has a form of kind of chronic inflammation, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. We need to start healing ourselves, and we need to be compassionate, but we need to be practical about it, and we need to make that a priority. We need to recover our children. We are all, one of my best friends lost a daughter 3 days ago. I lost a niece to a fentanyl overdose during the pandemic. So, I know what it's like. I lost 2 of my brothers. I know what the suffering that American families are enduring, and it is a high priority to me. And it's something that, for me, this is going to be my Peace Corps program. And my uncle had the Peace Corps. I'm going to build these rehab centers all over the country, these farms, healing camps where people can go, where our American children can go and find themselves again and come back, become contributing members to our society, and stop the mayhem and the carnage.
So is it going to be something like long-term recovery being there? And
well, San Patrignano is actually...
Is it going to be federally financed? Yeah, who's paying for...
Oh, like I said, I'm going to decriminalize marijuana on a federal basis, allow the states to regulate it, continue to tax it federally, and use those taxes to fund the recovery programs. And I would do the same thing for psychedelic drugs, which I do not think should be criminalized. You
would legalize psychedelic drugs?
I would legalize psychedelic drugs, some form of legalization. But they should. There's so much I know personally. And I know, I've read the studies, and there's so many people being helped in different ways by them, and we have to make it easier, maybe to prescribe them, to give them through therapeutically. I don't know about just buying them in stores. I have to look at all that, but in one way or another, we need to make it easy for people to use them in ways that could benefit our children and could benefit everybody.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.